It's day 7 and I'm super excited that you have been on this journey till now, right? So welcome and congratulations to you. My name is Emmanuel Adeyemi, the team lead and your host for Mission 1000, right? I have shared it timeless again, and just to reiterate, it's really my passion to see you come into that. When I saw some of our videos on when we posted on the group, why we are involved in this training, it really inspired me. It really inspired me. I'm truly inspired by your drive, your vision, to come into that financial freedom, right? And truly it's my drive. It's really my motive, my honest desire to see every one of us come into that space whereby we experience financial freedom, right? So today I'll be talking about understanding buyers behavior. Throughout this second week, we are talking about sales. We are talking about everything revolving around sales. We'll be building on it with time, but today we're going to be talking about understanding buyers behavior. I want you to understand something that is very, very pivotal, that people buy people are driven by profits. People are driven by some sort of fear. People are fear of losing out on something, fear of not, fear of being left out. So people are driven by fear. Some people by pride, right? While some people by legacy. So in your real estate adventure, you must learn how to administer to these various needs of people. You must learn how to meet them at the point of their desires, right? So yeah, so let's dive right into it. Real estate is not some sort of it's not a one size fits all, right? It's not like the same thing that works here is what works. You must learn the uniqueness of people, the uniqueness of every market, right? We've spoken about this before. So this is one thing you must do. You must treat every buyer uniquely. Don't treat every buyer the same. If not, you will miss about 90% of your customers, right? You must treat every buyer the same. Don't say because of this is how the conversation went to this one and he was able to pay, you now take that same way and use it on another person. Learn to bring them in. Learn to draw them into your room. Learn to get into their space and understand them, connect with them emotionally, build that form of rapport. Then, right, you begin to understand how you can communicate the language of your sales without making it sounding as though you want to sell to them. People don't like to be sold to. Don't tell them that I told you. Keep it between me and you, right? So people don't like to be sold to. Rather, people like to connect with how can this thing help you? Human being, I said it in our last video that people are selfish in their nature. People are looking at how can this thing meet my need, not because of how can I dash this person money, right? So today's focus is understanding the buyer's behavior and certain things I want us to look into. So let's look at what really drives people to invest in property. Number one, security. Some clients just want a safe place to rest and raise a family. Home is about security. Home is about ownership. Having a place that you can call your own, that is security. When a guy is going to a relationship with a lady, what a lady is looking out for in that guy is security, financial security. She's looking for emotional security. She's looking for how can she be secured in that space. So security is one pivotal part of the needs, the emotional, what really drives their behavior, people's behavior before they make a purchase. Security is what people look out for. One of the things that forms their behavior when they want to make a purchase. A man has been working in Abuja, and you know where Abuja is. Some people can be working, and the money is just going here, and they really don't have anything to their name. They are paying rent, paying bills, light bills, nothing to their name. So some kind of person is looking for security. and his money is very precious to him. His money is very precious to him. So he wants to make sure that you are leading him to the safe place, that his investment will not go haywire. Lands are expensive, truly speaking. It is it's a difficult space to really enter in. That's why most people go back to their village, even though they will not live there. They are paying rent in town, but they have house in the village. What is that? What do you think they seek? Security. At least I have a place that in case anything wants up, an Igbo man for you. In case anything wants up, I get a place where I can just run back to and just say it's my own. My own. So you understand now? These are things. Another thing is what status. I've spoken about it before, but just to reiterate on it again. Other want something prestigious, a duplex in a eyebrow area location, right? Status is because of the pride, the honor it brings to their name, that I have a property in Lekki Ajah, in Ikoyi, in Maitama, in Guzape, in Jai, in Jabi, one of the metropolis, in Kantape, Main, Kantape extension, right? These are the things that people are looking out for. Status. So if you are selling to such a person, person is not probably interested in price, is interested in what can he buy, and when you come to his house, yes, Odogu show, right? So Achalugo, you know how to go about your Odogu to buy according to the status, right? So another thing that really stimulates the buyer's behavior is legacy. People seek legacy. You know what is legacy, right? That is something you have built over time and you're leaving it to pass on. What can you leave to pass on? The most common things among our forefathers is land. If you're a Yoruba person, you hear common statement among our fathers and say, Oko Baba Eniye. Do you understand that is your father's farm? What people pride in is that my father's farm is bigger than your own father's farm. Anywhere in Nigeria, land is pride. Land is that legacy that gives your family pride, right? It gives you people in your family that yes, our father's land is very large. Do you understand? So legacy is one of the driving cause for your sales that help you to understand the behavior of your buyer, of your client at that moment. So beyond you selling to them, you must learn to understand where is this person going to, what does this person seek. Legacy. So legacy is something that everybody is priming into. A lot of our parents, the elderly ones, maybe younger generations are not yet thinking about legacy. What they are thinking about now is impact, because we understand that life are in seasons. There is your morning stage, there's your afternoon stage, there's your evening stage, and there's your night stage. Your morning stage is where you are discovering yourself. Your afternoon stage is where you have discovered yourself and you are beginning to live out something you want to truly tell as your life journey, right? Your evening stage is the stage whereby you are building legacy. You have something you are handing over already. You are just there advising, counseling your and then your ninth stage is where you know at any time, I'm good to go. I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's. I've done my part. I've made my mistakes and I've made my successes. And yes, that is just the brevity of life, right? That's just by the side, right? But legacy, when you are selling, you must learn how to communicate in a way that administers to the buyer's need, their behavior. You must understand the behavior direction of the need of this buyer. So, I've been in Abuja. I don't have one land to my name. That man seeks security. Do you understand? What will you pass on to your child? You are a young man, because you have all the money now, you are eating everything. No, plan for your future. What don't you want to invest? You're going to get married, you're going to have kids. Start investing now that it's affordable. Our parents bought land 700,000 naira. Some of our parents bought it 100k, 200k. In fact, some of our parents bought it for 1,000 naira, 700 naira. It was inconvenient at whatever level of economy. We know that yes, the money was better at one point, but people make sacrifice for the future. Now, anytime I go to Lagos, I'm not thinking of where do I want to go and stay. I'm not thinking of going to go and squat with a friend, right? And I know that my dad has a house I'm not paying rent for. I'm going in, I will sleep, I will wake up. There is security, there is status to it, and there is legacy because my daddy paid the price. Me too, I want to pay the price for my children. So one of the ways you must learn to get into the buying arena of people is what? Legacy. So some are building wealth to pass on to their children or for retirement. That's why a lot of people go into pension, because of legacy. A lot of people get, their parents go into a state whereby they pass on or they are sick. Is that legacy that they build, those properties that they have, that comes as a consolation at those moments, right? Legacy is very powerful. So you must learn how to talk the legacy language to your buyers that stimulates them to want to buy. Another thing we look at for is profit. I've spoken about it before, but let me just reiterate on it again. Profit is when a client seeks for financial return, what we call ROO, return on investment, right? So most clients, or a lot of people who have gotten some certain level of of stability in their finances or in their life, right, some certain level of privileges, right, so they are probably not looking for status anymore. They are not looking for security anymore. They are not looking for legacy anymore. They have properties here and there. What they are looking for is increase in their resources, financial resources. So they are investing in a place, a land banking. They are looking at the next 1 year, how will this money flip? If I flip this land, I resell it, how much can I get? They are looking at, okay, if I buy this house and I put it for rent, how much can I be getting every year? The land is their own, but they are still getting financial return on investment. So people are looking for return on investment. That is another thing that stimulates their behavior in their purchasing decision. So so these things gives you that perspective when you are talking with a client. Put you in a position whereby you begin to understand their behavioral direction that constitutes their decision to make a purchase of a property, right? So as a realtor, it helps you to know how to interact and to relate with your buyers or customers or your clients, as the case may be. A winning realtor knows how to spot these behavioral movements, decisional patterns of their clients early and tailor the offer accordingly. They know how to tailor that offer to meet that need. Either it is, let's run it through it, either it is for security, having a land, a house to their name, either it's for status, either it is for legacy, either it's for price, right? So as a seasoned realtor, you must learn how to tailor your solutions to meet those needs. So yeah, I'll give us an assignment, but this is one thing you should have. If you've not heard anything I've said since, have this as a takeaway. What really drives them should be your question. What really drives this client? You must understand that. What really drives them? Then build your pitch around that, right? These are questions you must ask yourself as a realtor. What is really driving this client? Is it status? Is it security? Is it price? Is it return on investment? What is really driving this client? So please, if you're not listening to day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, ensure that you listen to them, because it is line upon line, precept upon precept. Here goes your assignment. List 3 buyers type you have encountered or you expect to encounter, right? List 3 buyers type you have encountered or you expect to encounter, right? And then put it into typing into a PDF and upload it into the Google Classroom, right? See you on the next one, and I hope you're getting value. My name remains Emmanuel Adeyemi, and I'm glad to be your host and your coach on this journey. You're welcome.